1837, two British inventors, William Cooke and Charles Wheatstone, had got a patent for the electrical telegraph. It consisted of 6 wires, a galvanoscope, and 5 needle pointers. While across the ocean, Samuel Morse had developed a code for his electromagnetic telegraph system, which was also patented in 1837.
Honey, would you look at this? Since the International Telegraph has taken off throughout the world, it also acted as a catalyst for the newspaper industry.
Yeah, I even heard companies like the French Habits Agency, the German agency Wolfen, and the British Reuters all began to operate internationally.
Yeah, their country's governments even began to fund them. What lucky guys.
Hi, I'm Alexander Graham Bell, and I've spent decades researching and developing all things related to hearing and speech. With this dedication, I created the first patent for the telephone. Despite its popularity, I still saw the misrepresentation of my invention and my true work as a scientist.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in on the history of the radio show. The Radio Act of 1927 allowed radio broadcasting in the United States to become funded by advertising and become a commercial enterprise. While in the same year, the British Broadcasting Corporation was set up for public broadcasting rather than commercial. All the way up to the 1940s, radio broadcasting was a strong international communication tool. Germany is a menace and is taking over the world. The bug must be killed before it can infest any further. The firm of industrial designer Henry Dreyfuss worked with the Bell Company and then Western Electric to develop an improvement on the existing Model 300 telephone. There were trials held in 1949 with 4,000 sets to see how the phone would work in the public market and everyday life. After these trials, its introduction was publicly made by AT&T in 1949.
Oh boy, I have to call Judy to see if she can babysit tonight, but I don't remember the operator number. Hi, could I have the number for Judy White, please?
Well, you don't need me for that anymore. Passing you through channels is a thing of the past because you just happen to live in New Jersey where direct calling just started out.
Oh boy, thank you so much. Hey Judy, could you babysit tonight?
Yeah, sure. But how'd you get my operator number?
Didn't have to. There's long distance calling now, but it's only in New Jersey, so it's like we're living in luxury.
Jeepers, that's awesome!
Darla, did you hear about the new phone? It's amazing.
I know, the Bell system did a really amazing job with the first push-button phone. I even heard it has touch-tone dialing. I don't even know how it works.
The system uses audible tones for each of the digits on the push-button keypad. It has specific frequencies assigned to each row and column, so when a button is pressed, the dial generates 2 frequencies.
I'm just glad we don't have to use operator system anymore. It took way too long and they weren't always reliable.
I agree.
A jazz musician named Terry Paul invented the cordless phone. However, her invention had 2 specific drawbacks. It only had an initial range of 2 miles, and the signals would interfere with aircraft. Paul then sold her rights to the phone because she didn't have the resources to further develop it. Then, a man named George Swigert submitted the first patent for a wireless phone in 1966. In his version, cordless phones would be similar to what military personnel had used during World War II. He had been a radio operator during the war and understood the need for duplex communication. The world's first mobile phone call was made on April 3, 1973, when Martin Cooper, a senior engineer at Motorola, called a rival telecommunications company and informed them he was speaking via a mobile phone. The phone Cooper used weighed a staggering 1.1 kilograms, and that's how it got its name, the brick phone. With this prototype device, you got 30 minutes of talk time, and it took around 10 hours to charge.
We created this system to enable ships to keep in contact with the shore while also allowing them to call if there's ever an emergency.
And distance isn't a factor.
This will also help government customers, airlines, the broadcast media, the oil and gas industry, mining, and construction.
This will really benefit everybody in the long run, and it'll only get better over time.
Hey, Dollar, you remember how I had that old phone?
Yeah?
Well, I just got the new BlackBerry 850.
What? Isn't that the one with email, HTML browsing, and a monochrome screen?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
What? Oh, I still have my old brick phone.
Loser.
Why do I only have 3G? There's literally no service anywhere.
Anyways, so I went to Brad's party last night, and Chelsea was just ignoring me. Like, I don't even know what I
Wait,
did.
Joe, what's the Wi-Fi passcode? My Snapchat's not working.
Are you even listening to me?
What? I still don't have any servers.
Right now.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, of course I can babysit tonight. You know me. I'll see you at 10. Great, Chelsea, great. I'm just a little girl in this technology world. That boy.
I can't get it off. Oh my god! Go.
Darla, did you hear about the new phone?
Or to call for help if there's ever an emergency.
I got my finger in it.
Okay.
Screw you.
Alright.
This could also